You did a. Can I get in? It's not a conspiracy, but I want to hear the conspiracy.
I like conspiracies. Ooh.
So we've been on this for, especially because of this whole vaccine business. We've been talking a lot about this. Mm-hmm. You did a video talking about what's in the ingredients, and we kind of talked about it.
Yeah.
There's 2 companies that are under hot water right now.
Yeah.
Thoughts
on generalization of these cases? Or,
yeah. I mean, I'll talk about them right
bro,
now.
I hope they fucking burn. I hope these cases go for every single person running them.
But the insurance is going to pay out. People will get money, and
they'll get money and whatever. But
and then
it's the knowledge and what we do afterwards that's really going to matter.
How public
this is and how outspoken those people are. Now, granted, if they get paid and told not to speak about the case, which most likely will happen, that's one thing. But dude, imagine if these people say no.
So just give you. So this is what makes Johnny Slick so great, and why we care about it so much, and why Johnny is so passionate about the ingredients and being truly organic.
Yeah.
Not USDA organic.
FDA certified bullshit.
Yeah. So break that down for us real quick. What that actually means.
USDA and FDA.
Yeah.
It means some guy who wants money came in, gave you the blessing. The Pope came down and told you your stuff's okay, and you paid him $20,000.
But is it truly, once they do that, is it?
Bro, they found 60% of all USDA certified meat from farms were inorganic. Non-organic. 60%.
Yeah, you told me this the other day.
60%. The USDA only has a few employees. The rest is all contractors.
Yeah.
So imagine being a contractor for the USDA.
So technically, we could come in here, regardless of what our products are, pay guy $12,000. And we'll get this.
It's pay per SKU, so it's $300, $600 for these products to be USDA certified every year. We'll have some Joe Smo come down who doesn't even care about the USDA. He's just a normal contractor.
Just getting paid.
Yeah, comes in, dude. They give you heads up. They'll give you 2-week notice. They'll be like, "Hey, we're coming down to check out your operations in 2 weeks." It's like, cool. All my employees will be off, and the place will be spotless. No operations will be occurring. And unfortunately, that's how it operates. That's how things work. And he comes down, checks everything out. This is what you're using. Cool. This is what you're using. Cool. All right, you're USDA certified. We'll get you going. You can use that label, and it costs you maybe $22,000 a year or something, depending on obviously how many SKUs you have, how many items are getting certified. But there's no checks. There's no checks there. There's no balance. There's just coming in. You got money? Cool. Give me it. All right. You can use that name now.
So it's a marketing ploy.
It's all just money. It's 100%
And you were telling me that there's an actual. You were saying that there's in the book or whatever. There's an allowance for certain things.
5%.
Up to a certain point.
Yeah. Anything under, if it's 5% of the net weight of your product, you don't need to label it on the ingredients.
So you could have poison in a grooming product. Yeah. Put USDA, FDA certified, and you're buying it on Walmart.
What's funny is they put them in there. So when we go to a box store, hypothetically, right?
Yeah. Which will, knock on wood, never going to do.
Man. No, never. When they say they want your product, or you come to them and you're like, I want my product on your shelf, they say, well, do you have any preservatives in it? Because we need to make sure that we can preserve our sales.
Yeah.
Preserve the shelf life and make sure they sell. And you say no. Well, then they're just going to tell you no. So you got to figure out how you can put some sort of preservative, EDTA, DMDM, anything in there to make it preserved. But if it's under 5%, you don't got to change your labels. How fucked up is that? Remember when Burger King got busted for horse meat?
Yeah,
bro.
But
they were fine. It was under 5%.
It was.
They didn't need to tell anybody.
Taco Bell with sand in their gorditas.
Yeah. Bro, they legally can get. What happened? Nothing. They got some PR mess up, but bro, that it's allowed. They can do that. I think there was grass in another McDonald's burgers or something. They found grass or plastic. I don't know. Anything under 5% is totally just allowed. And actually, if you go on the USDA website and look up inorganic compounds, you can actually look up and see what ingredients the FDA and the USDA certify as inorganic that you can put in a product that's labeled organic.
Wow.
What the fuck is that? That's complex as hell, man.
We're just being lied to.
We're just straight up lied to. But the thing is, the information's right there. you just go on USDA and check it out. FDA, you check out any of these ingredients that they put for manure, for farmland, for anything, for dairy farms, and they have ingredients that you can use, pesticides that can be sprayed but still labeled as USDA, like free range. The size of the cage is considered free range. Tell me how backwards that is.
I wonder as we grow larger, because Johnny Slicks is growing larger and larger. I wonder if there's going to come a time where these people are going to come after us.
No, this is definitely dangerous to speak like this, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely, it's going to break some necks looking at us this way. But, dude, facts don't lie, man. Like, that's the thing. There's no emotion.
Yeah.
This is straight up on the web. This is on your website, and this is how you operate.
So on that note, this is the two things that, and the first one is, this is public knowledge, and I wouldn't say they're a competitor. I'd say they're a potential buyer of Johnny Slicks.
Yeah.
But Johnson & Johnson got paid. And what's crazy is I found a very good video of this girl did some research, and it was all same thing. It was like on their website because they're a publicly traded company. Yep. Everything is out there. Johnson & Johnson was putting, I don't know what it is. I just know it's a carcinogen that causes a particular type of cancer, which is leukemia. Yep. And they were putting it in their sunscreen. Yeah. And this was like 15 years ago, and they finally got popped for it. Yeah. And so I think there's a class action lawsuit, for causing this leukemia. So, they look at this. She looked at the, and by the way, when we went and tried to re-find this video, it was gone. So they,
there was only screen recordings of this video.
Yeah, they just watched it.
And we couldn't even find them. Yeah.
So, sunscreen makes up for X percent. I don't remember exactly. It was a smaller percentage of their product because it's a smaller product, and it does. It's a low. What's it called? A low ticket item.
Yeah.
So $10 or whatever.
Yeah, they're not flying off the shelves every second.
Yeah. So it's $10 product. So it amount to like say $2 billion or something like that. It was something. It was something small compared to all of J&J. And then she started digging into what type of cancer it caused, and one of them was leukemia. Mm-hmm. And then she looked at the fact that Johnson & Johnson also sells chemotherapy. Yeah. For leukemia. And they, and it was 41% of their overall profits of the entire company.
God damn.
So Johnson & Johnson is selling a product that's causing an issue, and then
it's called benzene.
That was the
benzene?
Low levels of benzene in Johnson & Johnson's sunscreen.
Okay. Yeah. So now you have these companies that are selling the sickness and then also the cure.
But what's crazy too is that not all fear-based almost? They're selling a symptom, and leukemia is pretty fucking scary, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, sunscreen, right? And that's been a big thing for us. Like we've talked about that for a long time. Is I don't use sunscreen. I've never have. Yeah. But there wasn't as many skin cancer cases.
If you look up today,
the boom of
number of skin diseases, it's exponentially growing every year.
And
it's like over 800 known skin diseases in this country.
And it's because of either the products that we're using or the food that we're consuming. Yeah. Yep. So then you go over to Pfizer. Yeah. And Pfizer, this one was is it Chantix?
Chamex? No, it's
for what?
For
Chantix. Chantix.
For quit smoking.
Yeah, Chantix. The gum.
Yeah. Same situation with Pfizer. Yeah. So 15 years later, they found this gum was causing all kinds of issues.
Isn't that crazy?
And Pfizer's selling the solution as well.
Yeah.
And they made $8 billion on sunscreen products last year.
So $8 billion, not $2 billion, and then 40% of their overall revenue for Johnson & Johnson, 41% was for chemo
treatment. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's a great business model. You just carry around ice packs and go around and punch people in the face and sell them an ice pack.
Right. It's the same thing.
Same thing.
So what's crazy is now we're like, so that happened, right? Yeah. This is all public knowledge. So you guys try to fact check me or whatever.
Google.
You just Google. Maybe. I don't know.
Have fun. Google.
Yeah.
Page 12.
There's got to be a better Google system. It's not being manipulated now. But anyways.
It's called the dark net.
You break out that darknet laptop.
Laptop's buried.
this is what's really freaking frightening, and this is kind of tailoring off of Johnny Slicks, but this is what's really, not scary, but just
it's detrimental.
It's detrimental to things. So when you look at this vaccine that they're pushing so freaking hard, who's making this vaccine?
Yeah.
Pfizer.
Yeah.
J&J.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen in 15 years?
Chantex.
Is there going to be another class action lawsuit?
Yeah.
A class action lawsuit that because they pushed this vaccine through, they made everybody get it, and then they're going to be like, oh, oops, there's this thing in the vaccine that made you all sick. But don't worry, we've got to.
And why can't we know everything that's in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also,
Better
you know what's
question.
really terrifying too? How many chemicals and how many things are mind altering now?
Yeah.
How many things are untraceable that
so
are
that's
mind
what
altering?
that's what they're talking about this vaccine, that there's
neurological.
there's no proteins. They're saying that it's
Attacks your neurology.
yeah, so in
Over
15
time.
years you're going to have people that are, causing or having symptoms of like dementia and Alzheimer's within 15 years from this vaccine.
And you know what? The biggest thing probably runs in your family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably dementia. Yeah, it definitely runs in your family.
Probably just genetic.
Yeah. We can sell something to help though.
Yeah.
Because it runs in your family.
They're probably working on that right
It's
now.
your fault. They probably already had that before. They were like, "What are we going to make the most money on?" Because, like you said, they make almost no money.
The thing
on
is,
sunscreen.
The thing is if in the grand scheme of marketing, $8 billion to Johnson & Johnson is nothing compared to the 41% of chemo that they're selling, right?
And that's fear based,
right?
That's something that you can easily make a sale on.
So my worry, like people are like, well, they won't do this with vaccine. This is a real pandemic, dude. They've already done it.
Yeah.
They already did it with a different product. What do you think? Do you think that they're not
changed?
They changed.
They had an ethics change.
The whole board at Johnson & Johnson was like, we're really going to take care of people this time.
No, if you read some of these studies and these articles that they did when they pulled this, there's carcinogens in these products. The way that whoever their spokesperson was trying to recover it was like, oh, it's probably from the raw ingredients that are in the lab, not a direct. Like we didn't directly put. They're saying
blame.
we're still investigating. We're not sure.
Oh, okay.
That it's like it's.
But on the label of anything on a candy bar, it says this product was made in a facility with peanuts in it. So if you have a peanut allergy, take heed of that. So wouldn't that just be an easy way to just
the carcinogens just sort of snuck in?
There's
under
guys,
the radar.
yeah.
Little elves put
There's
it in.
elves
there.
running around with them. We had no control. It's not our fault.
The cancer elves.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's things that it just frustrates me, man, because these are questions and things that people just don't ask anymore.